Hello, my name is Sharon Zumwalt. I currently teach kindergarten and have been doing it for 16 years. I've also taught other grade levels, and I would like to talk to you today about the assessment that we use in our classrooms that help us be better teachers, be better prepared for the children. First of all, children come to kindergarten with a variety of experiences. Some come to us from homes where they've been read to consistently. Some children come from homes that have very few books and certainly have not been read to. We have children that come in with high emotional needs, some children that come in with very strong sense of security, and some children that come in with very low sense of security and very low self-esteem. So we use an instrument that helps us to understand the children a little bit better. There are two parts to the instrument that we currently use. One is a parent part, and the other part is the checklist that we use as teachers. So when the parent signs up to bring their child at a certain time, they come and we hand them the parent questionnaire, basically is what it is. And the parent sits there in the outer office and fills out the questionnaire while we take the child into the conference room, into the office. And then we use the checkoff list. We have an alphabet, and we ask them how many of these letters, or we ask them to point to the letters that they know, both capital and lowercase. We also ask them to count some buttons. We have 20 buttons, and they count the buttons. We also have a sheet that has numbers on it, and we ask them to, and the numbers are out of order, and we ask them if they can tell us what numbers they are as they point to the numbers. When we're working with a child to assess them, we find out more than just alphabet, number recognition, counting, and colors. We also find out how the child holds the pencil when they write their name. We also find out if they can write their name and how legibly. We also, from having a conversation with them, find out how long they can carry on a conversation. We find out about their speech. We find out how long they can sit and work on something, or how distractible they are. So it gives us a pretty good picture of the child that we're about to accept into our kindergarten program, and therefore we have a better picture of what children we're going to be working with. It also, by looking at the parent questionnaire, it also answers a lot of questions for us. Like, is that child been read to? Does the child get to use a computer, an iPad? What activities does that child like to do outside or with family? It also asked about, does the child prefer playing with older siblings or older children versus younger children, and that tells us a little bit about their social maturity. So after we've done the parents have filled out their portion and we do our portion with the child, then we are able to have a pretty good picture of what those children are going to be like in a kindergarten classroom. Then we take those children and we sit down. We have 4 classes in our school, so we sit down and look at those and spread them out over the classrooms. We try to put some children that are academically high in several classrooms. Children that may have emotional needs, we try to spread them out so that the classrooms are not so unbalanced at the beginning of the year. Before we used this instrument, we have had some years where we felt like if we had used the instrument, that it would have definitely helped us to not have so many unequal situations in our classrooms. If you get the privilege of teaching kindergarten, I recommend that you use some kind of checkoff list at the beginning of the year, or even better, if you can have the parents come in and meet the child and fill out a form and let you have an assessment before the year starts. That would be my recommendation. And if you can't do that, do it at the beginning of the year so that you know your children quickly as well as you can.